हेलो चेक। ठीक। हेलो हेलो चेक। ठीक है। हम्म। इतने टेबल पे रखे हुए मैं वहाँ जे पे बोलना है। चल लैंड दूंगा। अगर ला फिर आता। हेलो हेलो ठीक।
Good morning and a very warm welcome to this August gathering. With immense pride and gratitude, we, the conveners of Natcon'25, extend our heartfelt greetings to each and every one of you for this landmark occasion. It is our privilege to welcome our distinguished dignitaries, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Jaishankar Singh, whose visionary leadership continues to shape our journal into an institution of national and international repute. Our chief guest, Mr. Anirudh Tiwari, IAS, one of the finest administrators of our country, whose work embodies efficiency and dedication to the public service. Our keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Sanjay Tiwari, a world-renowned scholar whose pioneering research has brought India recognition on the global stage. And our guest of honor, Dr. Tanya Singh Gupta, Mr. Manmohan Verma, and Ms. Anumol Matthews, stalwarts in their respective fields who, despite their demanding responsibilities, have found a way to share their wisdom with us. We are truly humbled by their presence. NatCon is not merely a conference, it is a tradition of dialogue and discovery. Last year's NatCon'24 was a resounding success, remembered for its thought-provoking sessions and wide participation. This year, NatCon'25 seeks to build upon that foundation with an even richer academic and social exchange, united under the theme Seasons of Life. When the idea of this year's conference first took shape, it was no more than a thought, a dream of creating a space where scholars, mentors, and students could come together to exchange ideas across disciplines. What began as that simple vision has, through tireless commitment and countless late nights of planning, blossomed into a reality far greater than once imagined. This dedication has brought us over 100 research papers, 350 abstracts, and more than 450 participants, each adding their own voice to the chorus of ideas that makes this gathering so vibrant. At its heart, NatCon is about people who believe in an idea, who work tirelessly to shape it, who are here now to gather and celebrate the knowledge without boundaries. And it is also very important to note with great humility and honor that I share that our guest includes 40 to 50 more people, but due to some traveling concerns, they'll be a bit late, but be present for the presentations after for the business sessions.
Before we invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor to guide us with his words, let us begin on an auspicious note with the ceremonial lighting of the lamp and the graceful Saraswati Vandana. It now gives me immense honor to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Jaishankar Singh, a scholar, administrator, and visionary. Professor Singh has devoted his life to the cause of legal education. Under his leadership, our university has scaled unprecedented heights, strengthening its position as one of India's premier law universities. Sir, we are privileged to be guided by your wisdom, and we eagerly await your words of inspiration and your felicitation of our dignitaries.
Namaskar to everyone. I warmly welcome to all to Natcon 2025 Seasons of Life, the two-day national conference, Reconstructing Ageism and Youthism for a more inclusive society. Aiming at social and human development, Natcon is an annual academic initiative of the Department of Psychology and the School of Social Sciences and Interdisciplinary Studies. It is a platform to bring together scholars, researchers, policymakers, practitioners, and students from diverse disciplines to deliberate on issues of raising social, legal, and human significance. After the success of Natcon 2024, which focused on youth and led to the publication of 3 edited volumes, Natcon 25 continued this tradition of excellence. This year theme, Seasons of Life, Reconstructing Ageism and Youthism for a more inclusive society, engages with one of the most urgent challenges of our times, devices and exclusion that arising from age-based discrimination. This event is under the auspices of the National Institute of Social Sciences, Social Defense Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India. I humbly welcome our distinguished dignitary, Mr. Anuj Tiwari IS, our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. Sanjay Tiwari of Indian Sociological Society, RC 25 Sociology of Sports. I thank and welcome the dignitary from the National Institute of Social Science and Ministry of Social Science and Empowerment in India, Dr. Tanya Sengupta, Research Officer, NIST, and Ms. Anmol Matthew, Consultant, NIST, and our respected Dr. Manmohan Barman, Law Officer, National Commission for Women, India. Mr. Verma has been with us when yes, he had a National Commission for Women, National Level Consultation Program on Right of Women in Prison was organized by RKN. Ms. Anmol Matthew, Consultant, Senior General NIST. I also send a very warm welcome to our eminent speaker for the plenary session, Dr. Vishal Chopra, Professor and Pulmonary Medicine, Government Medical College, Patiala, Punjab. Dr. Kalpesh Gupta, Founder Law Teacher of India and Pro Bono India Legal Start. Kalpesh जी आप खड़े हो जाइए. Sir, he is a very good scholar of law. And he is serving from the country in different way, from Pro Bono Community Development Program, and he has written very good books. I also welcome to all invited guests, senior citizens, resource personnel, and chair of the academic business sessions and media official. Natcon 25 is unique for its interdisciplinary spirit and the overwhelming response. It has received with over 500 registrations and 180 paper submission. Beyond number, it is about building bridges across generations and experiences. We sincerely thank the National Institute of Social Science, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment for their invaluable support. May this conference inspire dialogue, action, and culture that values the dignity of every way. Thank you for all gracing the occasion with our presence and contribution. Thank you. I want to express thanks to Professor Tiwari. जरा एक बार खड़े हो जाइए. तिवारी सर जी के सम्मान में हमारे आए हैं. खड़े हो जाइए आप लोग. Thank you, sir. Welcome you on behalf of the meeting. Namaskar.
I now invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. J. Shankar Singh, to felicitate our esteemed dignitaries. Our chief guest, Mr. Anirudh Tiwari, IAS, one of the finest administrators of our country. Our keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Sanjay Tiwari, a world-renowned scholar. It is with immense honor and gratitude that we invite Dr. Jasleen Keblani, convener and organizing secretary of Natcon'25 to this stage. Dr. Keblani's unwavering dedication, visionary leadership, and tireless efforts have been the cornerstone of this conference. From meticulously shaping every detail, from conference kits to e-banners, we have been inspired and mentored by ma'am endlessly, and her commitment has transformed Natcon'25 into a landmark event of academic excellence. Today, it is with heartfelt thanks and profound respect that I invite Dr. Keblani to introduce the theme of this conference.
Thank you so much, seriously. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. And first of all, I thank Anirudh sir for being here with us. We understand it's too busy, but having him here was a very big matter of challenge and grace, but we have won it and we have him here. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I'm thankful that Professor Sanjay Tiwari, an academician, renowned, well-renowned in the world over, sociologist, जिनको दुनिया में I think कोई देश ऐसा नहीं जो नहीं जानता हो, हमारे साथ हर event पे आ जाते हैं. I'm so thankful, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I am thankful to Professor Jai Shankar Singh, our Vice Chancellor, who has been the moral support for all the success of all the events, including this one also. He's very cooperative, he's very supportive. Thank you so much, sir, for being so nice to us. Dr. Avneet Walia, Registrar. She has a long journey with us as a student also, as a colleague also. Now she's a boss, registrar, but a very, very supportive authority. And I thank you for being with us for all the time, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm very thankful that I have luminaries from all the fields, Dr. Jog Bhatia, Dr. Kalpesh Gupta with us. Dr. Vishal Chopra is going to be with us very soon as plenary speaker. Oh, sir. Yeah, I was just there. Welcome, welcome. We are very happy to have you here, sir. And Gautam, sir, and R.K. Sharma, sir, Pasricha, sir, and senior citizens from Senior Citizen Forum of Patiala, the best part is this. I'm thankful so much. And I would like to share about the event, first of all. Dr. Tanya Sen Gupta, and research officer from NISD, Ministry of Social Science, Social Justice and Empowerment, and Ms. Anumol Matthew. They have been coordinating with us from the ministry side. And these two persons have been with us all through, and the ministry has given us a full grant of 4.30 lakhs to organize this event. It is a totally sponsored event. Thank you. And perhaps again, for the first time in the history of university, we're having no registration fee for any presentation, for any participation, and we are having it a very lavish scale event. Another thing I would like to share with you is that we have Dr. Manmohan Verma with us, Law Officer of National Commission for Women. These three virtual presents will be here and shared very soon. They are online with us. And they have been like very supportive. In the month of February, we had a consultation program which was sponsored by National Law Commission, National Commission for Women, and we got 6 lakhs from them to organize this event, having 5 states of India, and that was a grand success of the history of this university. So we have all those guests with us. Thank you so much. An important thing about the number of participants, as per the protocol of the grant, we were not supposed to entertain more than 175 participants. So with all the support from the ministry people, we make it 177 full-fledged papers with more than 300 participants presenting it today and tomorrow. Thank you. Around 50 papers will be presented today in the offline mode, and 130 will be presented on online mode tomorrow in 9 sessions today and 22 sessions tomorrow. And we were bound to make it a limited event in the case of numbers. So we are waiting for our participants who are coming from other states to join us. Other part I would like to share is that we have got papers from not only India, but Indonesia, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and also Bangladesh. So it is kind of an international conference, but we are happy to call it national conference. And then the most important thing is we have people from academia, we have people from administration, we have senior citizens who have contributed to development of this university and others also. Thank you so much. About the event, I am first of all thankful to all the team of the students who have been working day and night. In the night also, they were here at, I think, 1 a.m. decorating the whole campus and decorating the whole things. So usually they call me one-person army. My army is these students. So without them, we can't do anything. They are the power of every success in the university. About the theme of the conference, last year in 2024, we had Natcon on youth. This year, we are having Natcon on elderly. So it is a sheer contrast for us to work on, but it has been a very beautiful journey. About the theme, I would begin with one statement. I've written something so that I don't forget the important things I want to share with you all. Aging is inevitable as life and death are. Hence, we need to strategize to receive its various stages wisely. We can't control being young. We can't control being a child. We can't control being an adult. We can't control being an aged person. But yes, we also know that death today has no age. So we can't control these things, but all the phases come with their own features. All childhood, youth, adolescence, adulthood, all these stages of life come with their own features. We need to be very cautious when we deal with the traits of these life stages. First of all, we have to understand and accept the specificities of these life stages. Then when we were reading the papers which have been received when we were checking the abstracts and all, wonderful themes have been received. When it was wonderful to read elderly women in prostitution. It was wonderful to read sexuality in old aged people. It was wonderful to read criminality in elderly. It was wonderful to read a suicide of youngsters because of elderly also. So when we had one aspect of when the elderlies are seen as one victim community also, there also people have the mindset, people have the idea when they talk about elderly also, where then we need to be more mature about the thing. So we have to think we are working through this conference, we are learning on various aspects of different ages. Then we talk about gray hair. Elderly are usually symbolized as gray hair. Gray hair have uncountable shades and untold stories. When we talk about their financial deprivation, when we talk about their social loneliness, when we talk about them being alone specifically when one of the partners is no more in the world and they are left in the whole family with the whole children who are busy in their own families. When we talk about stigma and judgment, which is linked to their remarriage or having an affair, we are living in a modern society. We are living in a globalized world today. Even elderly people are welcoming, even families are welcoming remarriage of elderly persons. So this is again a new zone of sociology, a new zone of social sciences which is coming up. Then in this particular case, we talk about health sector. Gerontology is when, if you just Google in Punjab, and I was just working on various states, and I could not find more than 1 or 2 gerontologists working in different states for, particularly for elderly people. When we talk about men, elderly men having prostate issues, when we talk about elderly women having breast cancers or UTI issues, or these sort of, uterus cancers and all. So we need to have gerontologists. We need to have doctors who are working in this particular field. But in most of the states in India, this particular ratio is very poor. So it's about 1 doctor to 3,000 people, 1 doctor to 2,000 people. It's not about Punjab, but almost all the states, except some of them. So these are the aspects which are important to be explored. Finally, I will not take much time because I am keen to listen to Anirudh sir and Sanjay sir here. But I remember my mother today. She is not with me today. Otherwise, but she is in me. She used to say one thing, मैं वो repeat करना चाहूंगी. तुम बड़े हो, वो छोटा है. ये छोटी बात है. तुम बड़े हो, वो छोटा है, ये छोटी बात है. तुम बड़े हो तो बड़ी बात भी करना सीखो. So बड़े होने का मतलब, ग्रे हेयर का मतलब, या मैं आज 46 में हूँ तो मेरा मतलब है कि अपने छोटों के साथ प्यार से बात करना, उनको प्यार से एनकरेज करना, उनको हाथ पकड़ के ऊपर लेके जाना. एंड दैट इज व्हाट वी सीक फ्रॉम आवर एल्डरली जनरेशंस. हमारा बड़े होने का कर्तव्य तो लोगों को बड़ा करना है. दैट्स व्हाट वी आर वर्किंग. एंड सल्यूट टू ऑल द एल्डरलीज. I fold my hands to respect all those who are here in the conference. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
It is now my singular honor to invite our chief guest, Mr. Anirudh Tiwari, IAS, Director General of the Mahatma Gandhi State Institute of Public Administration. Sir, your distinguished career as an officer of the Indian Administrative Service has been marked by exceptional service to our nation. For us at RGNUL, it is an immense privilege to be guided by your insights today.
Thank you. Esteemed Dr. Jaishankar Singh, Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Walia, Dr. Sanjay Tiwari, Dr. Jasleen Kaur. I am the only non-doctor on the panel. Distinguished members of the faculty, dear students, researchers, members of the academia, media, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of you, and thank you for being here and having me here. First of all, I must compliment Dr. Jaishankar, the Vice Chancellor of the University, for having a beautiful campus. Dr. Sahib, it's indeed very, very impressive. And I think compliments to you and to all your predecessors for building this great institution. I am particularly attached to this institution for 2 reasons. One, I belong to Patiala. 2, when this institution was being set up, I was involved in some way in my official capacity as members of some of the committees when I was in the finance department. So I do have a slight sense of ownership about this institution as well. But most importantly, thank you, Dr. Jasleen, for inviting me here and becoming instrumental in my visiting this institute, which is my first visit, incidentally. Although I wanted to come to this institute for a long, long time, but it hasn't been possible for some reason or the other. But thank you so much, and I'm glad I'm here today. And what an occasion to be here. Natcon'25. What a beautiful theme of the conference. Seasons of life. Now, I think what I would urge all of you is just step back and think about this line, seasons of life. Before you go, before you go deeper into what Dr. Jasleen said, just pause and think about these words. Seasons of life, just go through it. I'm in the spring season, symbolizing childhood, beautiful flowers, blooming, excitement all around, followed by summer, the youth, bubbling energy, dynamism, ready to do everything. Come autumn, enjoy the music of the rain, sit back, enjoy life. And then comes winter, old age, contemplate, reflect. It's not for a reason that vehicles have a rear view mirror. There's a reason for it. It's always good to reflect. It's always good to look back. That's a beautiful feeling. And I think while I was driving to this place, I was thinking about it. And to my mind, as you go through these seasons every year, also look about your life. And in our Indian knowledge tradition, life is a continuum. Life is a continuum. As every day when the sun sets, there's a sunrise. Is it the same sun? Yes and no, both. It's not the same. Because perhaps, a few tons of hydrogen has already been burnt during that time. The earth has changed. Some people have left, some people have come. The universe has changed. So it's not the same sun which rises every day or sets. But at the same time, it's the same. Similarly, our life is a continuum. And our scriptures often talk about this, that you only change your body. The soul is eternal. The soul is immortal. Similarly, you should pass through your life with that feeling that whatever you're doing here, it should be as if, as they say, live as you are going to live for eternity and die as if you had just come today. In our scriptures also, there's this very interesting classification about life, phases of life, the seasons of life. Brahmacharya, the initial childhood, the initial age of learning. Grast, when you are adults, when you take up responsibilities in life. Then Vanprasth, when you're supposed to give away slowly. You're preparing for that final detachment. And then comes sannyas. Those 4 phases of life. Now, Dr. Jasleen just mentioned about youth last time and ageism this time. To my mind, as in life, there's a beautiful harmony between these two. And if you look at our own nation, if you look at ourselves, as a nation, we are both old and young. We are amongst the oldest civilizations. Tremendous amount of tradition, tremendous amount of wealth, tremendous amount of heritage. But at the same time, we are a young nation, barely 79 years of independence. We are a young nation. And perhaps, as we all have seen in the couple of decades, last 1 or 2 decades, this is the moment when we are all bubbling to hope. This is our youth. This is our youth. As a nation, this is our youth. We are in the prime of our life. Growing as the fastest economy in the world, the 3rd largest economy in the world. This is our youth. But we are the oldest civilization. What a beautiful blend that we have as a country. What a beautiful blend that we have as a country. And that brings me to the composition of our population. And frankly, let me also admit, I'm neither a sociologist nor a law student. So I have no crossover, Dr. Saab, so pardon me for that. But if you look at the composition of our demography today, just about 30% of the people, of the population is between 0 to 15. And about 65% or 64% of the population is what is the most productive age, 15 to 35. Just about 6% in the senior citizen category. But this is where the wisdom lies. This is where the wisdom lies. And let me also tell you that what we need to do is harness this stored energy, harness this stored wisdom for our growth and for development. Dr. Jahi also mentioned inclusive development. This is where we need to harness this wisdom and this energy. And let me also tell you, age is no barrier for greatness. Age is no barrier for greatness. Alexander conquered the world at age 32. Swami Vivekananda conquered the spiritual world at age 39. At 30, he delivered that lecture, the beautiful lecture at Chicago. Age is no number. And guess what? Who is the youngest Nobel Prize winner? Any field? Any guesses here? Brilliant, brilliant. Malala Yousafzai at age 14. And for what? Advocacy of girl education. Beautiful. Isn't that a great idea? And look at this little girl. At 14, she wins the Nobel Peace Prize. But we also have a gentleman, John Goodenough, winning the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 2019 for lithium-ion batteries. And what was his age? Guess his age. Anyone? 97. This guy wins the Nobel Prize at 97. What's happening here? So you can win a Nobel Prize at 14 and you can win a Nobel Prize at 97. Age is no barrier for brilliance. Age is no barrier for greatness. Akbar was crowned king at 14. Shaheed Bhagat Singh attained martyrdom and immortality at 23. Age is no barrier. And over the years, what people have also found out, very interestingly, is that the average age of Nobel Prize winners is increasing or decreasing? Guess. Yeah, I'm asking you. Yeah. It's increasing. The average age of Nobel Prize winners is increasing over the years. Wisdom? Experience? Is that coming into play here? You know, people of my age and generation, and there are few of us here, would remember a very interesting episode. And that happened in cricket. Much before cricket was commercialized, and cricket meant only test cricket in the 70s. In 1977, there was this very interesting revolution that was triggered by a gentleman called Cary Packer. He was an Australian broadcaster. Now, what did he do? He made his private cricket teams. And what he did was he poached the most brilliant cricketers from cricket team, and especially from Australia. Australian cricket was in shambles. The greats of Australian cricket at that point of time, Rod Marsh, Greg Chappell, all of them just sort of, Dennis Lillee, they all just left the Australian cricket team. I'm giving this example from cricket because I think I can get students involved in cricket. They all left the Australian Test cricket team to join Cary Packer. What did Australian cricket do? The series with India was coming up. And I remember that because I remember hearing this commentary, cricket commentary on the television, on the transistors at that point of time. They did not choose a youngster to lead the Australian cricket team. They actually called upon a gentleman called Bob Simpson, who had retired for 10 years at age 41 to come back and lead the Australian cricket team. And what did he do? There was a lot of criticism, you know, this guy is rusted. How can he be a great player at 42? What will he do? How will he inspire youngsters? Bob Simpson was the highest scorer in that series with the highest average. That was Bob Simpson. And he led, of course, the series was a draw, which we all were very happy about because India did not lose the series at that point of time. But what it meant was ultimately experience, ultimately wisdom. That is what Australian cricket meant. Unfortunately, we lost Bob Simpson last month at age 89. But that is what experience and wisdom is all about. And when we talk about inclusive development, when we talk about wisdom, that is what we should be looking at. You know, there's a very interesting story which goes on like this. And I think that story sums up how we need to blend the wisdom of the old and the energy of the youth. That is the story which I think blends both. Because we as a country need to progress with the wisdom of the old and the energy and the dynamism and the innovative and the entrepreneurial spirit of the youth. You know, I mean, Mark Zuckerberg, let me give counter examples. Mark Zuckerberg launched Facebook at age 19. So, I mean, it's not only this, I mean, most of our own unicorns are led by innovators who are youngsters, straight out of college. And I'm sure many of you would turn entrepreneurs subsequently, the moment you step out of college. Now, the story that I want to tell you is like this, that once there was this engineer who was called into a textile mill, which was shut down, and he was asked to look at a machine. So this engineer, an old experienced engineer, he looked around and he called the youngster who was working in the factory to strike a blow at a particular point. Now, the moment the hammer was struck at that point, the machine started working. And the senior engineer said, well, that's it. That's what I was called for. And he asked for his fees. So the owner said, but this is an exorbitant fees just for one blow. I mean, probably he asked for 1,000 rupees or whatever it is. He said, for one blow, 1,000 rupees? He says, no. The blow costs only 1 rupees. 999 is for the place where it had to be stuck. And that comes with wisdom. Where it has to be stuck is experience. That's wisdom. The energy required to strike it is with the youngster. So you got to blend wisdom and energy, both for this inclusive development. That is what I think we should be looking at. Dr. Jasleen also mentioned that we should, I should talk about virtues and spirituality in old age. Now, to my mind, virtues and spirituality should be in all ages. Why only in old age? But nonetheless, I'll talk about it. When you talk about, especially for virtues in old age, I'm reminded of a very appropriate shlok in Bhagavad Gita. Very nice. I mean, I'm sure some of you would be reading it. 6.17, shlok 17, chapter 6. It says like this, Yukta har viharasya yukchestas karmasu yuk sapna bodhasya yogo bhavti dukkha. How does it translate? It means yukta har, ahar, your food intake should be in moderation. Now, just think for yourself as a person in old age. Right? I mean, I'm approaching that. I'm almost pushing 60 now. Have moderation in your food intake. Yukta har viharasya. In entertainment, be moderate in your entertainment also. We can't dance like youngsters, even if it's the wedding of our son. Right? Yuk chestas karmasu. In your work also, you have to be moderate, appropriate. Again, we do not have the same energy levels as we had when we were young. We do need to work. And I still feel that, one should continue to work and contribute till such time that you are part of this, you are physically active. And yuk sapna, and then says, yuk sapna bodhasya yogo bhavti dukkha, moderation in sleep. Even sleep has to be moderate. Neither too long, nor too less. And that is yoga, which takes care of all your pains. This is what Lord Krishna tells us. And I think if all of us, I mean, by the way, it's appropriate for all ages, but specifically for the old age, this actually sums up all the virtues, all the good habits that you should have in this part of your age, in this part of life. That's what you should be doing. Another thing is, if you look at your body as some kind of a automobile, you've misused this automobile, this machine throughout your life. Now is the time when you need to take care of it. And how you take care of it? Because you need to take care of it as the exteriors, but you also need to take care of the interiors. In the sense, you need to take care of the engine. Make sure that the fuel you use is power 95, power 100, not the normal petrol. Get yourself good food for the mind. That's something that's very important. When you turn in towards spirituality, what you're doing is you are looking after your mind. What are you essentially? 3 things: body, mind, intellect. Man, buddhi, and chetan. Sharir, man, buddhi, sorry. Sharir Man aur Buddhi. Throughout our life, we look after two things. We look after our body, we exercise, we eat. That's one thing we do, right? Look after body. The second is we look after intellect. How do we do that? We read, we study, we continuously feed our intellect, we think, maybe for work, maybe for pleasure, but we do that. What we do is we nourish our intellect. Seldom do we nourish our mind. We do not focus on our mind. This is the age group. This is the age, this is the time in life when you should nourish your mind. Look at your mind. It's very, very important. And the reason I'm saying so is that, as doctors would tell you, most of your ailments are related to mind. If you have stress, you will have diabetes. If you have stress, you will have high blood pressure. High blood pressure leads to heart diseases. It's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. And I think that is something which is very, very important. And for a lot of us whose kids now, have left the nests and flown off for better opportunities, whether within India or abroad, I think the best gift as parents that we can give to them is that we remain healthy. I mean, as long as we remain healthy, they are happy. They have no cause to worry. Otherwise, throughout, they're just worrying about their parents, just looking after their parents, just thinking, आपने दवाई ले ली, आपने डॉक्टर को दिखाया, आपने टेस्ट करवाया, मैं छुट्टी लेके आ जाऊं, मैं आपके पास रहूं. I think the best gift we can give to our kids is that we remain healthy as parents. And healthy, again, physically and in the mind. It's very important for you to remain healthy in the mind. Very, very important. Whether you do a yoga, whether you do a mindfulness course, whether you do an art of living or inner engineering or whatever you want, I leave it to you. But look after your mind, nourish your mind, keep it healthy. That's what I would recommend to you. I think, to my mind, whether it is the young, whether it's the old, as a country, as a nation, we have to keep them in harmony. We have to keep them in synergy, feeding onto each other, try to leverage the strengths of both the youth and the elderly. Of course, even otherwise, we need to make sure that if there are people in our neighborhood, in our community, who are elderly, who are in need of our help, we look after them. That's important because, to my mind, if individuals are happy, the families are happy. If families are happy, the community is happy. If the community is happy, the nation is happy. And if the country is happy, the world is happy. So basically, happiness starts with the individual. That's what we should be looking at. And harmony and peace is something that we need to practice both within ourselves, both as individuals, in our families, in our communities. And I'll close by giving another analogy, again from our Indian knowledge system. A lot of times, I think some of you may have worshipped Lord Shiva. And I'm sure you know Lord Shiva's wife is Mata Parvati. We all worship her as well. Then Ganeshji is his son. He's also worshipped. Swami Karthik, Lord Karthik, is also worshipped, especially in the south as Murugan. Now, the vehicle of Ganeshji is the mouse. The vehicle of Swami Karthik is peacock. Now look at this. Look at Lord Shiva's family. And let's try and learn something from Lord Shiva's family. Lord Shiva, what does Lord Shiva has? Lord Shiva has, wish. नीलकंठ में विष है उनके, गले में उनके पॉइजन है, सर पे उनके चंद्रमा है. What does Chandrama represent? Amrit. So he has both contradictions here. I mean, he has poison here and he has Amrit here. He has the snake around him. Again, snake is poisonous. A lot of fire in it. But Ganga on his head. The second point, the peacock eats the snake. Right? The snake eats the mouse. Correct? Mata Parvati's vehicle is a lion. Shivji's vehicle is Nandi bull. The lion eats the bull. But The important point here is that they all live in peaceful harmony. Now, that's how a householder or the head of the family or the elder has to be. Now, every elder has to be like Lord Shiva. Take the poison here. Take the poison here. Take your family along. Take your family along. Every person in the family will have different aspects. There will be contradictions in the family. There will be contradictions in the family, but it is upon the eldest member of the family, it is upon the elder to make sure that the youngsters, the youth, the Ganeshi and the Swami Karthik are able to realize their full potential by taking the poison here. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your stirring words, which will continue to resonate with us for a long time to come. This year, we are blessed with three guests of eminence and honor, Dr. Tanya Sen-Gupta, Mr. Manmohan Verma, and Ms. Anmol Mathew. Their schedules are overflowing with national responsibilities, yet they chose to send us their thoughts. Each of them represents not only their individual brilliance, but also the commitment of their ministries to causes of social justice, empowerment, and welfare. Theirs is a service that often goes unsung, yet impacts millions of lives every single day. We would now like to display Dr. Tanya Sen-Gupta's video message.
I would like to add and let everyone know, ma'am and Manmohan sir also, they both separately in their own offices had booked their drivers were ready, their cars were ready. And till late, I think 1 a.m. or so, I got videos from Tanya ma'am because they could not come because of the urgent assignment given by the ministry. So we welcome them virtually in the conference. Welcome, ma'am. Please. Thank you.
A very good morning to one. It's a privilege that National Ministry of Social Defense, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Delhi, and Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Patiala, Punjab, would come together this year to hold National Conference on Elder Issues with the name Seasons of Life, Restructuring Ageism and Youthism for a More Inclusive Society, aiming at social and human development. For this to happen, I thank Almighty and our Joint Secretary, Sir Shri Parveen Kumar Singh, an IAS officer of 2007 batch from Punjab Cadet, who has been always encouraging to keep our best foot forward to bring youth, academicians, intelligentsia, policymakers, and other stakeholders together so that Government of India can take an all-inclusive step towards welfare of senior citizens of our country. I thank Vice Chancellor, Sir Dr. Jai Shankar and his team, including Dr. Ijmul Korman and Dr. Jasleen Tolan, ma'am, who have come forward and had faith in this collaboration. I have been informed that a total of 177 full-length research papers will be presented both online and offline mode during these 2 days. Papers have been contributed not only from within our country, but also from countries including Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and Maldives. Almost a team of 40 students have worked hard for more than a month to make this event an academic success. On this occasion, I leave no chance to thank my team members as well, especially Junior Consultant Ms. Anmol Mathew. As you all know and acknowledge, the life expectancy of human beings has increased manifold, and as a result, population of senior citizens is increasing across the globe. In India, with every decade, the population of senior citizens is increasing. As per Census Report 2011, senior citizens constitute 8.67% of the total population. As the population projection report, which covers a span of 25 years, that is from 2011 to 2036, population of senior citizens will be 15% approximately in 2036, and I will be 100%. So very soon, Indian households will see two approximate generations of senior citizens staying under the same roof, depending upon the active population, that is youth, the youth. When the son or the daughter will be 60 years of age, his or her parents will be in their 80s. The young old and the oldest old, that is the super senior citizens, will share the common space. medical health space, emotional space, spiritual space. And then the demand on youth, that is youth as well as the government, will be high. Our national policy on older persons, 1999, promotes the concept of aging in place. Senior citizens who continue staying with their family members and not in any old age home or senior citizen care. In such a situation, there will be high demand for volunteerism. Geriatric caregivers, bedside attendants, and similarly demand for hospices will also rise. And who will have to face this challenge on a daily basis? It is you, the younger generation, who have to struggle with their inner selves, professional growth, savings, dreams, children, and also with us. This is another dimension. In our approach to serve senior citizens, one has to inculcate compassion towards them. Anticipating all these, Government of India is trying to spread the issue of welfare of senior citizens among general public, intelligentsia, academicians, youth, just to start pondering on the issue so that they are prepared for such a crisis to surface when youth reach in their 30s and 40s. We have Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act 2007, which further holds rights of senior citizens and our aging parents in a society under which distressed or neglected senior citizen parents may seek for monthly maintenance allowance from children and relatives. Government of India also runs a national helpline for senior citizens, popularly known as ZLI, with the short code number 14567. This service is currently available from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. State Government of Punjab, Helpage India, and National Institute of Social Defense New Delhi have signed a tripartite agreement in this regard. Abhivadan Shilasya Nityam Vidho Pasevina Chatvari Vardhante Ayu Vidya. It says that if we serve our senior citizens on a daily basis, that there is a growth in Ayu, that is age, Vidya, education, Kirti, that is our fame, and birth, that is spread. So it is expected that each of us follow this so that our life, we can make it a meaningful living and also make others to also have a dignified living. It may not be possible for all of us to serve our senior citizens on a daily basis at home or in the society. But it's rightly said, try again until you succeed. So being the youngest amongst my siblings, I have had the privilege to be literally raised by my paternal grandmom. My grandmom, who was an excellent friend, strict disciplinarian, and a guide. She left us in 1995, 30 years from now, but still I miss everything. I couldn't find where the guide went from. She's alive through my friends and cousins. So I would always say that please, एक पैर आगे बढ़ाओ, एक हाथ आगे बढ़ाओ. They are there with you. There may be generation gap. There may be thought process differences. There may be technological difference, but still, you have to make an effort. At NISD, we run a lot of programs where we try to generate this compassion amongst the youth towards the senior citizens. And also in a similar way, we teach the senior citizens how to access with the new generation. With all this lag, now we wish a grand success to this today national efforts.
With these inspiring words, I would now like to invite Mr. Manmohan Verma, sir, who has joined us online, to enlighten us with his wisdom.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, dignitaries on the dais, learned faculty members and scholars, and all dear participants. It is my privilege to represent the National Commission for Women at this inaugural session of Natcon'25, which is focused on such an important theme, seasons of life. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Punjab, the Department of Sociology, and the other collaborating institutions and experts for convening this intellectually and socially significant event. I'm absolutely against this system of remote presence. However, thankful to the technology that it has become instrumental in the time where, due to unavoidable circumstances, at least people like me can communicate with the people at distance. I was just listening to the other messages of speakers and the mesmerizing words of Tiwari sir about various seasons of life, where initially innovation and high energy rules, and later on experience and patience matters. Being a policymaker, I accept that from policy point of view, there is always a need of a blend of experience and innovation in a relevant ratio. In our society, we often see divisions between seniors and youth. Ageism, which marginalizes individuals based on their years of experience, and youthism, which privileges youth to the detriment of intergenerational harmony. These biases are not merely abstract concepts. They manifest in workplaces that sometimes in policies. It undervalues experienced professionals or youth with innovation and energy. In culture narratives that either silence the wisdom of experienced seniors or dismiss the aspirations of such innovative youth. For women, these challenges are doubly layered. Older women, especially those in rural and marginalized communities, are disproportionately vulnerable to poverty, social isolation, and even violence. Sometimes, due to the advancement of current generations, elderly women often face indignities and violate their basic human rights. At the other end of the spectrum, young women encounter structural barriers such as harassment at workplaces, economic precarity, and societal expectations for giving their best in job and at home that limit their participation in decision making. In fact, if you see the figures, there are very less women at the decision making level in corporate organizations, which result in formation of policies from the specific point of view of dominant gender of the society. The National Commission for Women has consistently worked to address these inequities through legal reforms, awareness campaigns, and advocacy for inclusive policies. However, legislation alone cannot dismantle deeply ingrained stereotypes. What is required is collective commitment from academic institutions, civil societies, policymakers, and each of us to reconstruct societal frameworks where every age and stage of life is accorded dignity, respect, and opportunity irrespective of gender or status. Last week, I was at the Parliamentary Standing Committee meeting where the chairperson of the committee, Dr. D. Purandeshwari, focused on the workplace harassment issues this year. The committee was committed for an improved policy to tackle the issues of harassment of women at workplace and for effective implementation of the existing laws in place. The responsibility is again given to the National Commission for Women, and therefore we are going to review the POSH law to tackle various unaddressed issues of these working women. I'm really delighted to see that this conference provides an invaluable platform to chart pathways forward to envision education system that integrate intergenerational perspectives, and to suggest policies to reform workplace practices that embrace both youthful innovation and wisdom due to ageism. This is an opportunity to ponder and celebrate, rather than segregate, the important stages of life and to suggest the pathways to strengthen legal and policy measures. In doing so, we honor the principle that age and youth are not opposing forces but complementary seasons, each enriching and supplementing the other. So let this gathering inspire actionable strategies that uphold equity, foster solidarity, and advance the cause of inclusive social and human development. I sincerely appreciate the efforts of RGNUL and especially Dr. Jasleen Kevlani and her team for organizing this event. And as I know from my past experience, Dr. Kevlani worked tirelessly for any work at her hand and channelizes her energy to make it her best shot every time. I also appreciate her for giving me this opportunity to participate remotely and sharing my thoughts on this platform. Once again, on behalf of the National Commission for Women, I wish Natcon'25 every success and look forward to the transformative ideas that will emerge from these deliberations. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Truly enlightening, sir, and thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be with us today. I would now like to display Ms. Anumol Matthews' video message for us.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, esteemed dignitaries, respected faculty, and my dear students, a very pleasant good morning to all. It's a privilege to be with you today at the inaugural session of Natcon 2025. And I'm grateful to the Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law for inviting NIST to share the space of reflection and dialogue. The theme of the conference, Seasons of Life, Reconstructing Ageism and Youthism for a more inclusive society, speaks something very fundamental, how we value human life at different stages. Too often, society sidelines old age and shows youth as the only stage worth celebrating. But in truth, every season of life carries its own beauty and strength. Youth gives us energy, and gives us wisdom, and just the society learns to hold both in balance. Our elders are not a burden to be managed, but a legacy to be cherished. Protecting their dignity through healthcare, financial security, and protection from neglect or abuse is one of our duties as a society. I joined NIST 2 years back as a fresher and has conducted various awareness and training programs across India. But beyond laws and policies, there is something very personal we as youth can do, that is, engage with our elders. Engagement doesn't mean always grand gestures. It can be as simple as listening to them, asking for their advice, or helping them navigate through technology. It could also mean monitoring community centers, spending some quality time in old age homes, or offering legal literacy sessions to senior citizens who may not know their rights. This intergenerational bond is one of the strongest antidotes to aging. This is also where the law and each of you as future lawyers becomes so important. Laws are not just technical codes, they are promises of fairness, dignity, and compassion. As you step into your role as advocates, policymakers, and judges, you have the chance to create frameworks that protect the elderly, amplify their voices, and revive society that old age is a harm to women. But let me also speak to you as young people, sitting here with dreams and ambitions and heavy work. I know the school is demanding. The late night, the endless reading, the pressure to excel, it can be a bit overwhelming. But make sure to take care of yourself, celebrate all these small milestones, build friendships that will sustain beyond exams and degrees. In this fast-paced generation, while we are caught between the past and the future, the success is the ability to live fully in the present. I hope you remember the proof that life is not only about the destination, it is also about the journey. And the society that we create today for our elders will be the society we inherit tomorrow. So let's ensure it is one where dignity, respect, and joy are guaranteed at every stage of life. May the Almighty bless this conference and your future perspectives. Thank you.
Though our guests of eminence honor were unable to join us physically, we are honored to play their video messages and have them grace our event from afar.
Before we continue, allow me to gratefully acknowledge the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Government of India. Their generosity has not only been remarkable, it has been transformative. By granting us a 100% sponsorship, the ministry has ensured that this national conference could open its doors to every scholar and participant without a single registration fee. This is not just financial assistance. It is a powerful statement of faith in the values of accessibility, inclusivity, and academic dialogue. It is a reminder that when institutions of governance and institutions of learning walk hand in hand, change is not just envisioned, but made real. For their constant support and encouragement, we extend our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Tanya Sen Gupta and Ms. Anumol Matthew, whose commitment and efforts have been instrumental in securing this grant. Truly, their contribution is not behind the scenes, it is at the very heart of Natcon'25. We also take this moment to proudly celebrate our academic collaborators with the Indian Sociological Society, RC'25 on Sociology of Sports, Law Teachers India, the Pawan Chaya Charitable Trust, and Live Law. These esteemed institutions have not only partnered with us, but have added immense depth and diversity to Natcon'25. Their presence has transformed this conference into a true space of interdisciplinary dialogue, collaborative learning, and shared growth, where ideas from law, sociology, social service, and media converge to create something larger than the sum of its parts. Without further ado, we now turn to the most awaited movement, the keynote address. We are deeply privileged to welcome Professor Dr. Sanjay Tiwari. Professor Tiwari is a scholar of global acclaim, an honorary professor at the Russian Academy of Social and Fundamental Sciences, Moscow, and convener of RC'25, Indian Sociological Society. His decades of scholarship have not only advanced the sociology of sports in India, but also contributed immensely to international academic discourse. Having him here today is nothing short of an honor for us.
Good morning, good afternoon. Am I audible? So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Keynote is basically supposed to be the important speech, but there are advantages of speaking at the end because you get an overall view of what transpired in this session, and disadvantages also because whatever you are trying to speak has somewhat been presented, So what the challenge is that today the basic theme of the conference is centered around aging. And since I have been a person of something in the area of sociology of sports, so it is a balancing act to talk something about sports and aging also. It goes at times on a different path. So before my commencement, I thank the guest of honor, Shri Aniruddha Tiwari sir, for being here and for his eloquent speech. The Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Jaishankar sir, Jasleen Kevlani ji. I'm very fortunate enough that I was a part of Natcon'24, though remote. We talked about youth over there. Then today we are talking about aging over here. And in between, in February, we discussed something about the plight of the women prisoners in the 5 states. We heard just now Dr. Manmohan Verma ji also, who spoke something about the plight of the woman and something I could gauge as far as the concept of aging is also concerned. I thank Dr. Ivneet also for being here. And naturally, without my dear students, I've been listening overnight also that you people work till 1 o'clock, 1:30, and again early morning and all these things. Naturally, whatever we should see today is not without the hard work and labor and efficiency being put up by all of you. I also thank, as said, Manmohan ji, Dr. Anmol Matthew, and naturally we heard Tanya Sen Gupta ji. Thankful to the Ministry of Social Justice and Women Empowerment also, because this is a very great thing, because getting some funds for the conferences is really, these days, it's a very tedious sort of a job. And if in case you get funding and then you invite people without a penny of registration fee, so it goes a long way. And since the number of us restricted also, since we are a partner to this conference also, the Research Committee on Sociology of Sports with the Indian Sociological Society happens to be the biggest research committee pan-India. So we were through this these things for the past month or so. And earlier we did take some registration, but as soon as we got the funding approval from the ministry, so that was nullified. And today we are just before us, you know. Now, Natcon Seasons Life, already been said, it's a very great sort of a topic where we can discuss so many things. But, you know, reconstructing of the ageism and youthism, how can we go for a blend in all these things? So as a sociologist, what is a sociologist? Basically one, in simple terms, who tries to read and study what is a society, nothing else. No big jargons over here. Society को जो पढ़ता है, जो समझता है, वही sociologist हो जाता है. It's as simple as this, you know. And all of you are so much experienced over here with loads of teaching exposure, with loads of exposures in various other fields also. So how can we try to make this ageism more inclusive in our society? As rightly said by Anuruddha sir just now, that we are a young nation, means 65%, 63%, maybe not precisely to go into the statistics, but if in case 65% of our population is young, and maybe the countries all over the world want to visit India for their so many other ventures, whether it is foreign direct investment or other things, is only due to this youth population, because we are a young country. But 35%. Why to concentrate everything on those 65%? As said rightly by Tanya Sen Gupta ji, blessings have a long way to go in our life. And if in case seniors bless us, bless means not only in spiritual terms, blessing means giving us thought of wisdoms also, which our youth can take up the issues even further. So naturally, when Anuruddha sir says that happiness, if in case an individual is happy, healthy, mentally satisfied, the locality will be satisfied, the city will be satisfied, that particular region or the state will be satisfied, that nation will be a healthy nation, and the globe naturally will be a better place to live. So each and everything are basically interconnected. Now, coming to my exact presentation, it is in 5 parts. Very quickly, I will try to come on those 5 parts. Now, basically, when we think of sports, we think of ability, agility, power, youth, and all these things. This is what frequently comes to our mind. But when we talk about ageism, something different comes to our mind. As far as the subject of sociology is concerned, and when we go for the intersection between ageism and sports, we have to try to study so many segments, whether it is culture, whether it is the study of the body, whether it is the social environment, or so many other interconnecting factors which we have to take into consideration. So when we talk about sociology of aging, it combines with so many activities, whether it is a physical activity, whether it is the social inclusion, basically whether it is the cultural happening of that person, or so many other interconnected factors. Now, part one, only 2 minutes. Let us understand sociology of aging. Let me bifurcate into 3 basic theories. The first theory which reads is the disengagement theory. When we talk about disengagement, what does it say? That the aged people, basically, they disengage themselves from other social life segments. Number one, this is disengagement theory. The second theory which we think about is the activity theory. But this activity theory argues that no, not to disengage, be physically and mentally available to the society for all the other things. This is the activity theory. And the third theory is the continuity theory, which we call sustainability. Means we have to sustain with that thing. And sustainability is a great word in today, whether we talk about environment, whether we talk about society, whether we talk about education, anything. Any program, any venture has to be sustained. Our campus is very beautiful, but we have to sustain that environment. And in order to sustain, we have to go for the continuity factor. So this is first thing which we talk about, the sociology of basically aging. Now, for the audience, now how many of you basically know persons of the age of say 60 plus who are engaged in some sort of a sport, some sort of a gym, or some sort of a regular daily exercise, morning walk, etc.? Can you raise your hands? 60 years and above. They are engaged in sports, games, physical activity. Okay. Now see, maximum number of people have raised their hands. What does this show? Basically, this shows that activity in old age is possible. It is possible. And now I will try to take the discussion to the second part of my presentation. That is sociology of sports. What is sociology of sports? It does not only mean that we have to throw a javelin or a hammer or play hockey or play football or something like this. As far as coming to that specific sports is concerned, we only try to talk about the physical engagement as far as aging is concerned. Now, how do sports reflect the social norms is very important. What is the basically access to the sports as far as aging population is concerned? And third, what are the interconnections of sports with race, gender, locality, community, etc., etc.? This is also a very important thing. Now, third part, I am coming to the third part, and that is aging and sports. How to join these things? Some areas. First, now, sports participation for the lifespan. Sports participation means going into any physical activity, maybe small activity. Then from childhood, whether the physical education habit has been inculcated. Number two, not for all, maybe for some. Number three, now many people do try to go for some sports in the later age of their life, only not for purposes of getting a professional athlete, just for the purpose of engaging their lifespan and increasing their lifespan also. Mastering in sports and senior games. There are very many senior games these days. I will try to deliver something only 1 or 2 minutes. There are very many world master games of the age of 50 and the age of 100 also over here. Then physical health and social well-being are interconnected. This is one important point. Naturally, very simple principle, sports and going into advancement in any activity reduces your physical inabilities, your mental health also increases, the group activities reduces the loneliness factors also. And naturally, as a sociologist, when we talk about inequality, when you go for the group activities, that inequality factor is also reduced over there. Now, just close your eyes and think, only 1 second. Just close your eyes, please, and think athlete, athlete. Now, what comes to your mind? Maybe a 25 years old youth, maybe a 23 years old girl, you know? No. This is the mindset which we have to change off today. Why I say this something about our 30, this is the experience which we have to change. We, in the fourth part, what I say is that the respected Fauja Singh, all of you are from this place only, you know, nothing to say about him, that how he runs his marathons in such an advanced age. We have directors above the age of 41. We have the walking football practices in the UK. If in case you are not able to run, just take the football with your foot and just walk here and there, walk here and there. You know, we have Japanese, there are many sports programs. In China, I've been to China thrice and I saw that the old ladies are there in the park and they do ping pong bangling like this. Only ping pong bangling, nothing. So means not very many physical exercises, but maybe some movements of the body parts or something like this. Now, coming to the fifth and the last part. What are the basically policy and future directions? Sociologists do need to recommend. You know, India nearly a decade and a half ago, maybe 20 years, maybe 2 decades, was supposed to be an underdeveloped economy. From 11th, we are 5th. Now we are 4th, maybe 3rd. Let's see what's happened, you know. But what happens is that as soon as we advance, more globalization, more advancement, immediately what happens is there is a change in the level of the society. There are rise of so many disciplines and sub-disciplines. Sociologists too were not inclined to study anything apart from gender, marginalization, social development, rural development, etc., etc. But now, ever since this segment has been opened, not only in the field of sociology, whether you go to study law, whether you go to law, if in case this is a law institute, law university, maybe 4, 5, 6 disciplines per there. But now you have various types of law which need to be studied in order to be in the world also, you know. So sociologists now now are supposed to study the sociology of aging in concept to the sociology of sports also. Why? Because aging is a concept, as already talked by Dr. Jasleen, is inevitable. Everybody on this earth will face this. So how our longevity has increased, that is why these talks of today, those 60 years of mortality has now gone to 70 years, 75 years and 80 years. So what will people do for these 2 decades? 60 साल के बाद रिटायर होने के बाद 20 साल हम क्या करेंगे? What we have to do? 2 decades is a very long period. So there should not be intergenerational gaps. हम कैसे अपने आप if in case you are grandpas, grandnanas also, you see that your children back at home, your grandchildren or back at home will be pushing you. Come on, wake up, go for a morning walk, go for a gym, go for an exercise, do this, do that, you know. So in order to reduce that gap, वो intergeneration को study करने के लिए, it is very important for us to engage in all these studies. I will be concluding by a very specific note basically over here. I exhort on all of us to kindly leave this hall with my final words that activities should be engaged when it comes to holding of such conferences. Naturally, tomorrow in the afternoon, I am keen to chair the sessions and read many more papers also and listen to many more views, because we have more than 175 papers during this 2-day course also. So naturally, very interesting papers will be there. So I'm looking forward to read those papers also. And since I did not speak too much on the sociological aspect, because the audience over here is a mixed audience, so I try to, that is why I present my this thing, but only I would like to say, please try to engage in some sort of a physical activity, not in a regular sport. and that will keep you energetic. The government is also there to assist you. We are holding such seminars and conference here. This subject has been chosen. It means everything is behind you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. And I thought that I was brief also, so that you can enjoy a cup of coffee also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Tiwari, for your profound insights, which will undoubtedly guide the sessions ahead. We now come to a moment of immense pride, the ceremony of honoring the elderly for their contributions to higher education institutions. It is not often that we get to pay tribute to those whose wisdom and dedication have shaped generations. Today, we felicitate Mr. R.K. Sharma sir, Ms. Dr. Pasricha sir, and Mr. Makwana sir, teachers, mentors, and visionaries whose lives have been synonymous with service to education. Their legacy is not written in books alone, but in the countless students whose futures they have shaped. We are humbled to honor them today.
Dr. R.K. Sharma, sir, he, in the beginning, in 2007, when we got the land to construct this building, we had no money to construct the building, actually. So then there was an issue. Professor Gurjeet Singh, the very first Vice Chancellor, he had a meeting there. He said how to work for getting the money to construct building. And the committee which worked, the committee was NAC, this was for UGC 12B grant. And I was the convener of the committee, and I was totally incomplete without support of R.K. Sharma, sir, the chief architect and engineer of the university. So we request VC sir, Anirudh sir, Sanjay sir, and Meet ma'am to honor sir for the contributions to the university. Please, sir. Hi. Please. Momentum. आइए आगे आएंगे आइए I request Dr. Neeraj Pasricha, sir, who has been administrative officer and finance officer of university also. And I'll share one little thing with you. I think it is around 10 years ago, I went to his office. He was sharing something about 1990. He said, wait, मैं file लेके आता हूँ. He opened his almirah and he bought the file in 10 seconds. I said, sir, how did you get the file so easily? He said, he showed me the almirah, that this is the year-wise division of my files, of all the places where he has been director to, chairperson of various institutions and all. And since that day, sir, I am very organized because of you. So his contributions are totally uncountable, priceless for the institution. Please, sir. We have other students present also, but I'm sorry, we will be not so fortunate to request all, but Makwana sir is with us, a very renowned sociologist, retired from 2016, but he has come to the conference just to bless us, just to attend without asking for any money in return, without asking for any payments for honorarium and all. So his being here is, and he's the one who was established 8 independent departments in South Gujarat University, then North Gujarat University, and he retired from Gujarat University. Welcome, sir.
Now, it is a very proud moment for all of us that before embarking on this new journey for Natcon'25, we have had this moment of sheer joy to revisit our memories of Natcon Youth 24. And with these, we would like to formally release the third module, Sustainable Development of Youth, Discourses on Institutional Patterns and Practices. Under the visionary leadership of Dr. Justine Kevlani, SSIS has flourished into a vibrant force embodying the values of service, discipline, and compassion.
Very good news is that the university's NSS wing has activated recently, and they have done wonderful events under Viksit Bharat Youth event also. And they're releasing their NSS newsletter for the first time, debut newsletter. And I request all the faculty members who are the part of NSS to come on the stage along with the students, please. Anubhav sir, Gurman ma'am, Brinprit ma'am, Shweta ma'am, please come ahead. And I request all the dignitaries to release the first newsletter. All the things we will have on both the sides of the year.
आगे बैठो किधर आगे Our next moment of celebration is the felicitation of the Faculty Organizing Committee, followed by the Student Organizing Committee of Natcon'25. First, we take pride in felicitating the Faculty Organizing Committee. The faculty team has been the intellectual backbone of Natcon'25. Their constant guidance, patient mentoring, and willingness to go above and beyond have ensured that every aspect of this conference was well thought out and executed with perfection. Without their academic rigor and leadership, Natcon'25 would not have taken the shape it has today. We extend our deepest appreciation as they come forward to be felicitated.
I request all the faculty members of organizing committee to come on the stage, please. Sharon ma'am, Gagan ma'am, Ankit, Basant sir, Ankit sir. Please come on the stage, please. Wait, ma'am, are you please? All the organizing committee faculty members.
Honor everyone and ask. Please, please, I.
You can give it to all and then you can have picture together with the pictures. It's like a picture. So we need to search for the
One more. Just all of you.
Equally, it is our honor now felicitate the student organizing committee. If the faculty were the architects of this conference, the students have been its driving force. Their untiring energy, late nights, attention to detail, and unwavering spirit of teamwork have breathed life into this event. Every poster designed, every invitation sent, every reel shot has their touch. Today, as they step forward to be felicitated, we acknowledge not only their hard work, but also the spirit of youth and leadership that the NatCon stands for. I would now like to invite our esteemed student coordinators, Mr. Daksh Khanna and Ms. Sia Pandita, and our very talented team onto the stage to be felicitated by the faculty members. I also welcome Mr. Ashish Kumar, Secretary of NatCon, Mr. Gaurav Sen, Mr. Lavish Tuna, Mr. Shiraz Zafar, Mr. Rudrak Singh Sisodia, Mr. Piyush Singla, Ms. Arshnuma, Ms. Isa Singh Punia, Ms. Aishanya. Also, with the utmost honor and humility, I am also very proud to be the part of this team.
Behind this event is also the invisible backbone, the duty chart. A list of names and tasks, yes, but in reality, a document of a dedication and cooperation. To every person whose name was on that chart, we offer our deepest gratitude, including Mr. Rahul, Mr. Rajkumar, Mr. Prithpal Singh, Mr. Ajay Jain, Mr. Inderjeet Singh Ji, Mr. Kuldeep, Mr. Sukhdeep, Mr. Balveer Ji, Mr. Harsh Ji, Mr. Inderjeet Ji, and Mr. Rajmohan Singh Ji.
Are you not going to say quick? We have other processing files now. When you see the work and also when the big carry. Now, you also see the other parts something. Nobody up here. Self.
And finally, we come to our support staff. They are the silent force behind every success, often unseen yet always indispensable. We are now pleased to invite Mr. Hukam Chandji, Mr. Joginder, Mr. Gurtej, and Mr. Gursharan and Mr. Lucky onto the stage to be felicitated.
As we bring this inaugural session to a close, it's my privilege to invite Dr. Ivneet Walia, Registrar, Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Punjab, to deliver the vote of thanks and formally convey our gratitude to all those who have made this occasion a success. But before that, she takes the stage. Allow me to say something that comes from the heart. For us, Dr. Walia has been much more than an administrator. She has been our mentor, our guide, and at many points, our anchor.
Thank you so much. And thank you to you for saying a vote of thanks for me. I think it's always me saying that to all the other people. And before I begin with anything, I would like to take everybody's attention to Dr. Jasleen. I think she deserves a round of applause. She brings color, energy, and a lot of enthusiasm to the campus. She's the main motivation behind any cultural event. And even she makes all the conferences also look like a major fest in the country. So thank you very much, ma'am, for bringing life to this campus. So a very good afternoon formally to everybody. And on behalf of Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Punjab, it is my proud privilege to extend a vote of thanks on this August occasion of the inaugural session of Natcon 2025, Seasons of Life, Reconstructing Ageism and Youthism for a more inclusive society, aiming at social and human development. First and foremost, I express our deep gratitude to Professor Dr. Shankar Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor RGNUL, for his vision, encouragement, and constant guidance that has made this conference possible. We are truly grateful to him for leading RGNUL to greater academic heights. We extend a heartfelt thanks to Mr. Anirudh Tiwari, IAS, Director General, Mahatma Gandhi State Institute of Public Admin, Chandigarh, Punjab, for taking time from his busy schedule to grace this occasion and deliver the insightful perspectives. Thank you, sir. A special thanks also goes to Professor Dr. Sanjay Tiwari, who's now become a family to RGNUL because we keep seeing you almost every semester. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable words and supporting the tone and setting the tone of the conference. We are sincerely thankful to Dr. Tanya Sengupta, Research Officer, National Institute of Social Defense, Ms. Anmol Matthew, from the Senior Citizen Division, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and Mr. Manmohan Verma, Law Officer, National Commission for Women, for enriching the inaugural session with their virtual presence and for their long-standing contribution to all the issues related to social justice and human development. I also extend my deep gratitude to Dr. Vishal Chopra, Professor and Head of Pulmonary Medicine, Government Medical College Patiala, for lending his expertise. A special note of thanks is due to Dr. Kalpesh Gupta, Founder, Law Teachers India and Pro Bono India, for his continued encouragement and letting all the faculty members of RG Annual be seen across the nation, because we are speaking in his events almost every week or maybe month. Thank you for giving us that visibility, sir. Thanks. Now, I also warmly acknowledge the distinguished academicians, professionals, resource persons from diverse institutions and organizations who have joined us as chairs and panelists to guide the deliberations of the coming sessions. My appreciation to all the paper presenters, participants, researchers who have become the backbone of the conference. And now again, once again, I'm going to acknowledge the hard work of Dr. Jasleen. She's the convener and the organizing secretary. And ma'am introduced me as a student, as a colleague, and as a boss. So I strongly condemn the use of the word boss. I think once a student is always a student, ma'am. I need to correct you here. और मैं जैसी भी हूँ, अच्छी हूँ तो भी आपके कारण, और बुरी हूँ तो भी आप ही को क्रेडिट जाता है. Thank you very much. I'm also grateful to our Dean Research and Dean Student Welfare, Professor Dr. Kamaljeet, and all the members of the organizing committee, Professor Dr. Sharanjeet, Dr. Brinpreet, Dr. Rachna, Dr. Gagan, Dr. Sangeeta, Dr. Basant, Dr. Ankit, and Dr. Sukhvinder Virk, who have worked with great commitment to make Natcon'25 a reality. Natcon is no longer a conference, but an emotion which is felt and lived by each one of us every year. I give my equal appreciation and rather more appreciation to our student organizing committee, Dutch, Sia, Ashish, Gaurav, Aryan, Rudraksh, Lovish, Isha, Ashanya, Piyush, Arshnuma, and I'm sure there are many more behind the curtain. And thank you, dear students. I think we are here because of you. And thank you very much, team, for making this campus look beautiful and making it a home for each one of us. I also take this opportunity to thank all the officials from the various branches of the university, the supporting staff, media officials, and each and every person who has been behind the scene and contributing indispensably to the success of this event. And once again, thank you very much for being the wonderful audience, for being patient, not using your cell phones, and being mindfully present in this conference and listening to all the wonderful speakers from the dais. Your involvement and encouragement is going to uphold the spirit of the conference. With these words of gratitude, I once again extend a warm thanks to everyone who's connected either today or have been connected with the family of Natcon at RGNUL, and may the deliberations of this conference inspire path-breaking ideas and foster inclusivity in the society. Jai Hind.
Now may I please request everyone to kindly rise for the national anthem.
With this, we draw the inaugural session of Natcon'25 to a close. I invite all the dignitaries to accompany Dr. Jasleen Kevlani for high tea, and following that, I request all the participants to assemble in the gardens behind the catwalk for the high tea, and our host shall escort you with the same. In this very hall at 12:55 p.m., we shall continue our journey with the plenary sessions. Thank you, everyone.
All the participants are also requested to have tea, and then we'll